So hey, how you doing? I'm Greg Lumley. I'm a wedding photographer based in Cape Town, South Africa. And I get a lot of questions. I specialize mostly in off-camera flash. And recently, Casper De Lange asked me what my sort of flash setup is. This is a question that I get quite a lot. Over a period of time, I've been through a lot of different types of flash setups. I started out with Nikon SB28s, and I triggered those with Pocket Wizards +2s. Personally, when I use flash, I'm really not a big fan of using TTL in flash. I feel that the camera just makes too many decisions for you, and when I change a frame, I do not want my settings to change. What I'm currently using at the moment is these. These are Godox. They're very cheap and nobody really seems to know about them. So what you're looking at over here is a Godox Ving. It's an 860. It's extremely affordable. It's under $200. And the most amazing thing about it is that this little magooty over here on the side is a trigger. So it's a proprietary product. Another thing about it that I really like is that it uses a lithium battery. Here you go. And one of those will give you about 600 to 650 charges. In terms of, does it feel like a Canon flash? Is it the same quality? It feels great in terms of the quality. I find that it works. It works for me, you know. When I do use off-camera flash, as I said, it's all manual. This specific version has full TTL capability, so it'll totally talk to a normal Canon system. And it's amazing. I've got another one here. And this one over here is an 860. Sorry, an 8, what is that? Oh, it's an 850. I had to look at it for a second. So the thing about the 850 is that it's essentially the same flash as this, but it's not got the TTL functionality built in. It's even cheaper, which is amazing. And again, we've got our little flash magooty over here, which is a built-in trigger. If I pop it off, that's it. Look how tiny that is, hey? Now, one would think that this is a cheap Chinese make and that your quality would be horrendous. I must say, that's a bit, you can hear that's not fantastic. But other than that, the flash is well made. But what I have been very surprised at is over a period of time of using Pocket Wizards, the only triggers that I've been really successful with, nothing has come close to being as reliable as them except for these, would you believe? Amazing, hey? So who knew? This little trigger over here, let me show you, has got full manual setting control on the actual flash. You set it into different groups, and then you can adjust each group up to 16 groups. So for example, I can sit and I can basically control this flash in group A manually over there, and this flash in group B manually over there. Now, that's amazing when you're actually working on camera and you're literally sitting there and you're triggering from the top of your camera. Like I said, reliability, just amazing. So now you're probably wondering, underneath these two flashes, I've got this. The Godox Witstro is a product that I actually just stumbled on. It's a 360 watt second output, 6 times stronger than an ordinary on-camera flash. Let me actually show you exactly what it looks like. I love this product. Affordable, $600 plus minus, and for what it does, incredible. Very powerful, batteries last forever, compact, light, strong, amazing. So as you can see, this is my flight case. It probably needs a little improvement. We've actually got 2 units inside here, and let me actually show them to you. So first thing that I'm actually going to do is I'm going to take out the battery pack. The battery pack uses a little battery like this. It's a lithium-ion battery. And from this, I think it's about 400 full power charges or something like that. Can't remember. It's more than you need for a wedding. It'll take approximately, I'd say, about 3 weddings of intense use to actually empty this. But I normally charge after every second wedding, and when I'm feeling particularly anal, I'll probably charge after every wedding just to be sure. We've got the actual flash head itself. So there you go. There's a flash head. And that there, just out of interest's sake, is a honeycomb grid that I basically printed. You see over there. With my 3D printer. Just got a little bit of elastic over here, and that of course goes over the front of the actual unit, and off you go. So to show you more of the unit itself, let me just be careful. One thing that I do notice you've got to be careful is I've actually taken this guy out and almost pulled the bulb out, the tube out. So that's dangerous. So obviously I'm quite careful in doing that. So here you go. Here you see the flash tube. And when you actually look at the flash tube, you'll see it's surrounded in glass. Let me cut to a close-up of that. What makes this actually so amazing is that you can actually touch it without touching the tube itself, of course, damaging the tube. As you can see, the unit is actually pretty small. What you've got in front here is two massive capacitors. And on the back here, when I switch it on in a second, I'll show you, it's fully manually controlled. And again, the one thing that Godox has done, which I absolutely love, is they've incorporated their own trigger. This trigger is also compatible with the radio trigger. So this, in fact, what I do is I make this as my group number 1. Group number 2 is the other large AD360. Group 3 is the 850, which is the small speed light. And group 4 is the newer 860C Canon. So if I happen to be using 4 flashes, then off you go. Here we go is the standard reflector that you'll actually see. So if you look at the standard reflector, it screws in on the side there. So the power then goes to the power packs, as I've shown. So there's the power pack, and there's the flash. Let's actually remove that guy off, and then power goes in. Now, interestingly, something you'll see is that when you get this unit, it comes with just a single plug in like that. That plug goes straight in, and it just can plug into one side. This Y connector actually allows the unit to charge about twice as fast. So you get, I think it's about 2.8 seconds, 3 seconds or so, you can sort of get a full charge. And now when you consider this as 6 times more powerful than a standard speed light, that's amazing. So I often use this outside for family portraits. And, you know, a lot of guys use natural light. I'm not a big natural light person myself. I like to control the light. Obviously, I love natural light. But if I can control and manage to get a good output out of every single picture, and especially when you're using natural light on grass family portraits, nightmare, because you always get that horrid green cast, which is virtually impossible to get out. So I'll pop I've got a little soft box that I put on over here. It's a tiny little thing, little octa box. And then I'll put that up, and off you go. And again, if I find that it's too bright, it's too dim, whatever, I need more light out of it, literally while I'm on my camera, I can adjust it. As you can see, one wedding, and we're sitting at basically full charge. So obviously I didn't do too much with it. Okay, so there we go. There's the Y connector, and let's actually have a look at the back of the unit. So there you see the back of the unit. Let's show you a little bit closer like that. Very easy to adjust. With a Cell C trigger, I don't have one here, well I do have one but not with me, and the Cell C trigger will allow you to do high-speed sync. I've tested it, it works amazingly. Only thing with Cell C trigger is that you're not able to up and down the flash settings, but generally you can actually use the remote. I believe in standards. The more standards you have, the better you will be able to work, because you don't have to think about things. You've got certain protocols set up. So standards, protocols, whichever you prefer. But let's actually just do a bit of an adjustment, and we should actually get. That's pretty cool, don't you think? So yeah, all in all, in terms of reliability, yes. In terms of make and build quality, yes. In terms of affordability, yes. Absolutely. This is a product that I flipping love to bits. I've tried so much over a period of times. I've tried the TT Flex, I can't think of the name, the Pocket Wizards. I found that those were just unreliable, especially on the Canon flashes. I've tried the Odin system. I found that not too bad. And in the end, I've bought these Godox, and of all the systems that I've tried, absolutely love this system. Would replace it tomorrow. Yes, you can get a Profoto, what is it, I think a D1 or a B1, amazing, wonderful, but at 30,000 Rand, South African Rand, once it's gotten into the country, I can actually buy 2 of these for under 20, and the power of these things is amazing.